In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a frequency table for a categorical variable in R. Now, I've already loaded in my data set, which is called Hollywood Movies 2011, and this can also be found in the Log5 Data R package, but you can load in your own data set and follow along. The first thing to do is load in the dplyr package, which provides the functionality that I'm going to use to create this frequency table. And now, what you're going to want to know is that I'm going to use something called chaining syntax here, which is a little bit different but pretty easy to read. And so these three lines are going to create a frequency table. The first line, what you do is you provide the data table name or the data set name, and then you have this percent greater than percent, which says I'm going to drop that argument, or drop this first line down into the first argument of the next line. Then you're going to group that data set by, in this case, genre of the movie, but any categorical variable could work here. Or you could insert a comma between numerous categorical variable names. And then after we group it, we're going to chain it with this summarize function, which is going to provide a table that pops out with only summary statistics that we calculate and not the original data set. And we're going to create a column in this data table called count, and that's going to be calculated by n, which is an interesting function, and all it does is return the number of observations that are in each group created by group by. So let's run this and see what happens. As you can see down here in our console, we now have a frequency table where each movie is associated with the number or a count in the other column. Now, sometimes you want a relative frequency table, so you need to add an extra step into the above protocol. So what you'll see is that the next four lines, well, the first three are the same. So we get a frequency table, and then we use this function mutate, which is also in the dplyr package. Mutate creates a new column in the existing data table. So what you'll notice is that the existing data table is this frequency table that was spit out from the previous three lines. We're going to mutate and add an rfreq for relative frequency column, which we calculate by taking the count column down here and dividing by the total, or the sum, of the count column. So we'll run this, and what we'll see is that we now have both a frequency and relative frequency column here, and this is an easy way to get a relative frequency table using the dplyr functionality.